All right. So, if you want to go live, if you're a woman, you want to go live to talk about this Sierra's prayer thing and why it impacts you so much, feel free to go. We're going to go down the list. We'll start here. I'm going to bring in people one at a time. One at a time. Hello?
Hello?
How are you?
I'm doing great. And yourself?
I am okay. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 37.
All right. So, Sierra's prayer. Do you have children?
Yeah, I do. I have two.
Okay. So, are you unmarried?
I'm divorced.
All right. So, Sierra's prayer. Why did it resonate with you?
Well, I think I can't say, do I have to resonate with me? Because not everyone's prayer is not for everybody. Her prayer is her prayer. And for me, it could be something else.
Okay, but the topic tonight is a general subject. Are you familiar with the prayer?
I think I watched a couple videos her talking about it, but
Okay, so why did you decide you want to get on tonight?
can you repeat that?
Why did you request to be on tonight? What was it? Because I'm talking about Sierra's prayer, and you don't have anything to say about that. So what is it?
I mean, I do have something to say about it. I'm happy for her that she find the man that she's dreamed of and wanted God to send to her. But I really don't think that it's for everyone. There are some women out there that's not on TV or famous that's living a better love life than Sierra. I do believe that some people have that for them and some other women just don't have it.
Okay.
I don't know what you want me to say. Like Sierra.
Well, I laid out an entire monologue of what Sierra was talking about and what men were talking about. And see, this is one of the things that really frustrates men. Y'all don't listen to us. Y'all don't listen to a damn thing we say. Y'all just want to get on and do what the fuck you want to do.
No, that's not true. It's
that's
just
what it
that,
seems like, man. Maybe that's what it seems like. I'm gonna tell you, when I talk about I have a topic, and you haven't read Sierra's prayer, you say it don't resonate. I'm like, all right, then why'd you click the live button if I say I want to speak to women about this subject? And this is what started my whole channel, the Average at Best video. I had a subject I was talking about. She called in the wrong day, wrong topic to get what she wanted. So now you hear it's not Sierra's prayer, it's not for you. You got the stage. What do you want to tell everybody? Because I'm confused now.
I'm not saying Sierra's prayer is not for me. It could be for me too. But I'm just saying it's not for everybody. Like everyone that
why does everything? Why do y'all say this? I'm curious. Excuse me. Why do you women do this? It's not for everybody. We have this all or none mentality. Why do y'all say it's not for everybody? So we know that. I mean, we're adults. We know not everything's for everybody. We know that. Why do y'all do that? That frustrates us as men. We don't care that it's not for everybody. It's a topic.
I understand what you mean, but I'm not trying to get you frustrated.
Why are you divorced?
It wasn't working out. We got together young, very young, and we were together for like 8 years.
Who filed for divorce?
I left him, and he filed for divorce.
He's the plaintiff, or you're the plaintiff? Which one's the plaintiff?
No, I'm not. He is, because after when I left him, he filed for divorce.
Okay. So you're 37 with 2 kids. Do you want to be remarried one day?
I do. If I find that person for me, I would want to get married. I mean, I'm a good woman.
Okay. Well, good has nothing to do with anything. When you say that person for you, what does that mean?
Like, I'm not saying my ex-husband wasn't a real man, We got together when we were like very young. He was
I get it,
22.
but you say the person for you, which implies that there is one person for you.
I just want me a man that's gonna come into my life and help make changes.
To what?
Like I want to see a change. Like I want to
Changes in
see,
what?
just like my kids not having their father around. Sometimes that bothers me a little bit because I have a son and he's 14, and sometimes he wants to have certain conversation and I can't have those conversations with him, and I don't know how to go
How old
about
is your
it.
youngest child?
14. My
How-
daughter's 16.
So you want a man to come in that are going to come in and make changes with your children.
Most likely because I don't want any changes within myself. I
Why
mean,
not?
there's always room
Why
for
not?
growth.
See, that makes no sense. Women will say they're 10s, and then when you ask a question, that means there's no room for improvement. Yes, you just said, I don't want to make any change. I don't want to make any changes with me, but there's room for growth. Who's leading you?
I think we both need each other.
Who's leading?
Leading, or no, I mean me. I'm leading myself.
All right. So, do you make room for the possibility that, well, let me move this question. You want a man to come in to make changes with your teenage children. Your children are who they are, man. 14 and 16. Is that a husband's job to come in and make changes to another man's offspring? Think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying. Is that a husband's job to come in and make changes to another man's offspring?
I don't think so, but I don't believe that he's coming to make changes because the father wasn't even around the whole time the kids were growing
Ma'am,
up.
I'm just asking what you say you want. You say you want to be married. And I said, why? You said, because I want to see some changes. I said, what? The first thing you said was with children. And I'm asking, is that the purpose of marriage? To come in and change something with another man's children? Is that what marriage is supposed to be for?
I don't think that's what they are for, but what I'm saying is that maybe the real reason is to find real love. Because when you find real love, it comes with a lot. You don't have to make changes. Everything happens naturally.
Where did you learn that?
Where? Just real life.
Who taught you that? Who taught you that?
Nobody taught me
Hold on,
anything.
man. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just trying to understand. Where did this notion of marriage comes with real love changes things? Where does that come from? Who taught you that?
How does real love doesn't change anything?
No. See, you don't answer a question with the question. I'm asking you where you learned that.
I mean, if you're talking about Sierra, don't she have a real man, a real
No,
love?
we're not talking about Sierra, man. I'm asking
that's what the subject was about.
No. See, you can't go back to something you weren't ready to talk about. I'm asking. You said real love changes things, and I'm saying. First off, you said you wanted to be married and you wanted your husband to come in and change things with kids. And I asked, is that a role for a husband? You had to say, no, it's not. But then you went back and said, but real love changes things. And I'm saying, who taught you? Who taught you when you were a young girl or a young woman that marriage is about real love? Who taught you that? Was it your mother?
No, no one taught me anything about love growing up. Actually, I raised myself.
Okay. Marriage is not about love.
Isn't that what everybody's looking for? Real love in a marriage? I don't know what other reason why people are in a relationship. So if marriage is not about
What
finding
did your
love
mother
and
teach you? What
finding
did
your
your parents teach
soulmate,
you? What did your mother and father teach you the purpose of a marriage was?
well, my mom never teach me anything.
Who raised you?
I grew up in Haiti. I left there when I was 14,
Okay.
and I lived with my father for about 2 years. And when I was 16, I was at my father's house. So nobody really teach me anything about
And
men
that's,
and
and that's
women.
one of the issues today with so many of our women, black women in particular. You don't get taught. You don't get taught right. You don't have time to be a little girl. You go directly from being an infant to damn near to a toddler to a babysitter to a woman. And then y'all are out here talking this stuff like you don't know what our purpose is. Men, outside of sex and protection and provision, you don't know who we are. So you're walking around with these ideas that came from where? You said you didn't get taught. So where these ideas come from? Because this is how you're judging men on love and this and other kind of stuff. I mean,
I guess I have a lot to learn. I'm not sure what to say with that. If
well,
marriage is not based on love.
marriage has never been about love first because love comes after. Man, with 200 years ago in Haiti, did people date for 2 years before they got married?
Well, people in
200
Haiti
years
just,
ago, listen to the question. Hundreds of years ago, did people date and fall in love before they got married?
well, I'm not sure about that. I'm not 100 years old. So I don't know.
That's an unacceptable answer because you're almost 40. It doesn't require being 100 years old to know how it used to be. All it requires is a library card. I'm
Well,
not trying
I
to be
had
funny
a
with you, but if
really,
you're going to be unresponsive like this, I got, because that's an unresponsive answer. You know what I'm trying to ask. Back in the day,
I do. I
so why don't you just
understand you.
answer the
It's just
question
that
instead of giving me the smart ass answer? I'm not 100 years
I'm
old.
not trying to be a
That
smart
is a
ass.
smart answer. Okay,
I'm being real with you. Like
but ma'am, to say I'm not 100 years old does not help the conversation.
okay, sorry. I didn't mean it that way.
And that's part of the issues between us as men as women. Y'all are really informal with us, and it's like y'all don't even know when y'all offending us, and y'all want us to be cognizant when we offend you guys.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
So I asked you 200 years ago, wherever, did people date and fall in love before they got married, or did they make an arrangement, got married, and then everything else came later?
Yeah, I think it start with the arrangement and dating. Yeah.
So love has never been the baseline for a marriage. And what I'm
Yes.
doing here, folks, is because this is the nature of Sierra's prayer. It's all based in this fantasy of of princess, Prince Charming, Mr. Right, divine intervention. God will send them to me. And then when we mortal men come along who are flawed, y'all end up leaving because ain't nobody taught you to stay with us. If you're not getting everything you want on Tuesday, y'all are gone by Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then you want somebody else to come along when your kids and their teenagers and change it. That's not our job. That's too much lifting for one man.
Yeah, I understand.
Hold on, let me bring some up. Let me bring another person. If you can stay in if you want to, I'm gonna bring somebody else in. Because I'm curious to why so many women today seem to have.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
So I got 2 kids. I was listening. I got 2 kids, right? And
Hold on. Hold on. How old are you?
Are you talking? I'm 28. I turned 28 in January.
Okay, go ahead.
So when it comes to Sierra prayer, I cut it off. I don't know why. It's not that I don't know what it's about because I clearly see she came out of like a toxic relationship into a good one. But when it comes to Sierra prayer, that's just not what I want. Like, I don't want a Derek Wilson or whatever her husband name is.
How many kids do you have?
2.
How old is your oldest?
2 boys.
How old is your oldest?
My oldest 7.
And you're
And
28?
my youngest, yeah, so I had him when I was 20. And my youngest just turned 5.
Were you married when you had the children?
Uh-uh.
Different fathers?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to be married in the future?
I do. Because I never been married and I already got 2 kids. And then like I be meeting a lot of guys who deserve a good wife. So I just wish that I could have, been that. But yeah, so I guess that's why I'm not with Sierra Prayer.
But what is Sierra's prayers other than saying that she wants the next man to come along to be her husband? And she wants everything that God has for her.
To be honest, I didn't even know that because, like I said, I cut it off because I be feeling like people use it like in a way like they want a Derek Wilson. So I guess because I don't want that, yeah, Sierra husband, I'm like, I don't really want that because I kind of fucked up in the relationship. So I can't really say like it was the nigga how Sierra praying about it. So that's why I cut it off.
The nigga?
Future, yeah. Her ex-man, the kid of her father, yeah. So with my kid father.
Why do you want to be married? Outside of the fact you've not been married.
I want to be married because I like the marriage relationship now that I'm 28. I like how like guys who want to be married think and act, because that's not how my kids' fathers think and act, and that's why we didn't get married.
Are you a wife?
Me? My son is crazy. Am I a wife? I am. You know what? To be honest, I'm not being honest with myself. I wasn't, but I am now. I wasn't, because when I had him, I didn't want to get married. I didn't.
So how long would you say you've been a? So how long would you say you've been a wife?
I've been a wife for like 4 years. I ain't gonna say 5, because I learned, how to move and why I need a husband. So I didn't know that. Well, I didn't know. Yeah, I wasn't with getting married. I didn't like it. No.
Do you want more kids?
I do. I want a daughter, but I really focus on like the marriage. I'm not focused on the kids right now.
I'm distracted with the fingernails.
I like my nails, so but like I'm saying, I'm not focused on the kids right now. I didn't have 2 kids so young. I'm on the little car right now. Hold on.
So,
but yeah, it was good to talk to you. I always request to talk to you, and I never get through.
So if you don't get married, are you going to be able to survive in this life?
Retire? Alone? I always ask myself that. So I was just talking to this guy, and we was talking for like 3 months. So in the 4th month, I was like, dang, if we don't like get out of this talking stage, I'm gonna have to go back to school and focus on my career and my retirement plan, because I just didn't.
What did you go to school for? What did you go to school for?
I went to school for cosmetology, but I want to go to school for law.
For law?
Law, yeah. I want to be an attorney. I want to be a judge, but I want to go to school for law. Yeah, that's what I want to do now. I mean, I didn't already had kids. I didn't think I could do that. So I feel like I could go to.
Were you raised with your mother and father?
I was.
Was your mother and father married?
Mm-hmm. And I was so afraid to have this conversation because everybody admired my mom and dad marriage. And I did not want to have to get on here and say I didn't like it, and I didn't. And I didn't really know shit.
You didn't like what? You didn't like what?
I didn't like my mom's role in the marriage.
What do you mean you didn't like her role?
Like, so my mom would like, my mom and my dad worked, and I just seen like my mom do everything. So I think that's why. Okay, so let me tell you the story.
What do you mean everything? In the house?
So like she'll pick us up from school, she'll take us to our practices, she'll cook, she'll if we need it, if we're going through something, we go to our mom. So if my dad was right there. So and my dad is a good man.
Hold on. You mean the same thing you do right now with your kids by yourself?
Yeah, so it's I
But
got it from that.
the difference is your mama had somebody doing the stuff outside the house.
That's the only difference. So that's what I didn't realize because I didn't like it, and that's why I'm not married.
Did your mother raise you to be a wife?
No, she was like, this is how my mom raised me. She'll say like, "Fuck a nigga," and you don't need a nigga. You better do this, and you better. She just would like, and I don't think she meant it like that. I think she was just pumping me up to be independent, not saying not get married because she was clearly married, but she just wanted me to be independent and strong. And because I didn't like her role in the marriage, I chose to be single.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you this. Sometimes I don't like being right because I see so many mothers sabotage their daughters. Y'all don't learn what men are there for. Y'all mess around and have babies. And in fact,
but I wasn't her friend, so she didn't have to express to me.
I'll let you talk. Please don't. I'll let you speak.
Go ahead.
But the fact of the matter is, at 28, ma'am, would you say you take life seriously?
I do now, yeah. Like I didn't at first. I mean, because I was living off of my family, I didn't really have to get out there and be serious about stuff.
Do you have a job right now?
Well, I'm a hairstylist, so I got a client coming tomorrow. That's just how I live. I don't work. I want to go to school for law, and that's just what I'm gonna do. That, but that's not
from law to be a judge. You're a hairstylist. You want to get married. You want a daughter.
I'm an entrepreneur, so let's get on that.
Don't overtalk me. That's one thing we can't do. And see, this is what I'm saying. This is Sierra's prayer. I want. What does a man get with you as a wife?
What did he get with me? I'm gonna go to hell and back with my husband.
That's nice. What else?
I mean, that's real. That's what you want.
Thank you, but what does he get? Run down the resume. What does he get?
Okay. He get catered to, and I'm gonna be the ear. I don't know, like I'm gonna be his wife. Whatever you ask your wife to do, ain't she supposed to be like, all right, hubby?
So in other words, he has to ask you to do your job. You don't come already ready to do it.
No, I'm already automatic, but I'm just saying.
So I asked you about 10 minutes ago, are you a wife? And I'm asking you what makes you a wife. You said you've been a wife for about 4 or 5 years, and now all you heard is, I cater to you and I do whatever you ask. That's a very thin job description or resume.
Well, it depends on who I'm marrying.
No, I mean your husband. I don't know. Your husband. I don't care what his name is. What does he get?
He get a lifetime partner.
You see, ma'am, Miss Haiti, this is what I mean. Women were taught to ask for everything for a man and want to do everything. But when asking what does a man get, I ask you if you're serious, you're a wife, you're like, yeah, I am. But it's like, you're not. You don't take us seriously. It's just like, we're just supposed to be there. And there's like a man in y'all's life that's just like this thing.
I mean, if I'm not a wife, I'm glad to hear that from a man's perspective because, like I said, didn't nobody raise me to be a wife. So if you telling me this, I'm really about to go back to school because I'm just not a wife. And I want to try to be.
Ma'am, did you have your undergraduate degree?
I don't. But when I start trying to figure it out,
I'm just asking, how many years of college did you complete?
So I haven't completed college. I went to school and then the pandemic started.
Semester of college.
Yeah, I have, and I got a 4.0. I got an A. Yeah. So that just makes me want to go back to school.
How many semesters of college have you completed?
1 semester.
How many hours?
Well, I went to 2 colleges, but as far as hours, my attendance was a little off. So
in other words, you have nothing. So you have nothing. You'd be starting out, man. You know
yeah, I will be starting off with nothing.
How long do you think it takes to become a judge?
Like 10 years. By the time I'm 40, I should be a judge. Am I wrong, 15?
No, but I'm asking, and no disrespect, but does that seem like it's really possible at this point?
Hell
You're
yeah,
28
it
years
does.
old, you're a hairstylist. This conversation has been very chaotic. And to go to school, to get an undergraduate, then you got to go to law school, then you got to go past the bar, then you have to practice and become a sitting judge. It's just words.
I mean, but I didn't see girls go to school to be lawyers, and they did it. And these
This
is
what
not the
prayer is there
smartest chicks,
for. Yeah,
but
man.
they not
I
the
get
smartest
look,
chicks.
okay,
So
man.
I'm gonna try.
Stop, try. But what percentage chance do you think you'll have of completing it? If you gave yourself out of 100%, what percentage chance do you think you're going to become a judge?
75. I like how you did that too, because I'm dead ass serious. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say a 65, but I'm confident that I'm gonna be a judge.
Why not turn around people? Why not turn around people? Because the people can rise no higher than the moral position of its women. And sorry, so many of our women are just not serious people.
So it should be
You're the
100%.
mothers. You're the mothers of the next generation, and you already got kids. And ma'am, there ain't a 65% chance that I will become a judge.
Why not? You judging me right now, and you doing a good job. So I don't understand why you don't believe
Jesus
that.
Christ, the fact that you don't understand the difference.
Okay, I do.
Because this is
understand
one thing so many of our women do have. One thing so many of our women do have is start telling the truth, you got a bunch of goddamn ego and pride. If you had as much femininity and agreeableness as you do ego and pride, you would be a hell of a lot further along with men. It's not a good chance that people just become judges. This stuff is hard. Becoming a judge is like becoming a surgeon. It's not easy.
I just met a surgeon that's 26.
Oh,
so
Jesus,
I'm motivated.
Christ. This is why when I talk about this dangerous mind stuff, telling women they can do whatever they want, however they want.
I have a dangerous mind. But I do have a dangerous mind. I always have. So wish me the best.
I get it. But you have boys, right?
I do. Yes.
What does their dad do?
So their dads are both of their dads are incarcerated.
Oh, Jesus. Well, guess it'll be good for you to be a judge. You can get them out. Hey, how you doing, bro?